What? You morons giggling about Navy SEALs dying, fucking losers. Oh my God.
I am a loser, but not for this reason. I love this guy.
Most people don't know that the Air Force has a Special Operations Ground Force. We are the most deadly and most decorated ground force pretty much since the Vietnam War. If you go back in any major operation, any book that you've heard about or movie you've seen in the last 10 years, there's been a special tactics operator involved in that operation. If you want to be a special tactics operator, really we're looking for the best of the best. We want people that are very intrinsically motivated, that really want to be here, that want to do hard things, solve hard problems, and push themselves to limits.
Like, how many 14-year-olds do we kill today? Real complicated math equation. Because some people say 10, I say we go further than that.
Yeah, 11.
Okay.
That they've never pushed themselves to. We really need folks like that to serve and go out there and defend our nation.
I've seen this one Navy SEAL exercise that I just don't understand, where they're all linking arms and lying there while waves are just kind of crashing over.
Like things would be like, how long can you endure?
But that's just lying. That's what you do at the beach. Uncomfortable.
Yeah, you go to the beach with your homies and lie down.
We actually do though. We play games. We're like, ah.
I think Americans don't go to the beach.
It's true.
We specialize in global access, precision strike, personnel recovery, and we also have a battlefield surgery capability.
Have you heard of the pig man? It's so fucking sick. I don't know what part of the American military does it. Maybe it's the Marines. I don't know. But you can be like a medic, like a kind of doctor, but there's this like extra rank, which is the pig man. And not many people pass it. And what they do is they get a pig and they just like fuck it up. They shoot all these bullets in it and set it on fire. And then you have to keep the pig alive for 5 minutes or something after all this has happened to it.
That sounds like North Korean
propaganda. No, it's real. It's real. It's real. I was doing my PhD on this. No. It's a real pig.
On the pig, man.
That sounds like ISIS propaganda. The Americans love pigs so much.
Into a hamburger.
They keep pig alive.
But then like whenever you're out like in combat, you want to be with a pig man because he's like the best of the best medics.
Pigman is the guy in Texas who hunts pigs off of a helicopter, which you can do, by the way, with an automatic machine gun.
I don't want to do that. Why are you offering that to me?
That sounds kind of cool.
I just want someone else to kill them in a factory farm.
That's live tissue training. Most branches can do it. He's telling the truth. Cleric, you ain't never put together a pig. Don't fucking lie to me. Okay? You wouldn't be able to do that. Can you? I don't know. Cleric is a a combat medic. He toured.
Yeah. Pigman's real.
He's
not just an urban legend.
He almost killed me with his fucking MREs that he sent me from his tours, and they were almost got botulism eating that shit. He's just smiling. See, he doesn't know how to put the pig together.
Together.
Umbrella of special tactics includes special tactics officers, combat controllers, special reconnaissance, and pararescue, and tactical air control party men. Those are all what we call AFSCs, Air Force Specialty Codes, that live inside of special tactics and inside the squadrons. If you were to start the special tactics pipeline, you're going to go through an initial assessment selection. If that's special tactics officer assessment selection or the one that you do at Lackland for all operators.
This stuff's crazy.
Did you ever do that as a kid though? I used to always do that when I was in a pool. I'd like have my hands behind my back and my like legs together and see how long I could like survive.
All these things you're seeing are literally just Australian
just games you do at the beach.
I was going to say there's like Serbian epigenetic memories of being dominated by American forces.
Americans are pretty new to the game. I feel like the Turks are doing that to us for a bit longer.
Selection is going to be varies between 1 week to a 4-week grueling process where we're really going to put Sam through the ringer, physically, mentally, emotionally, probably as well.
He's looking good.
And really test, hey, how prepared is this individual?
I'm gonna slow them down. I really can't feel my arms.
How much drive do they have? Do they really want?
He just has, bro, his cheeks are too rosy.
No, he's just a twink.
No, first of all, he's not a twink. He's a twink and a hunk crossover. He's a crossbreed. It's like his pectorals are far too large to be a twink. So let me just stop you right there. But like, I do think his cheeks are too rosy to be like, he looks like a pit boy from Fallout.
I think that's what you need. You need one of them to lure the kids. and then the rest of them to kill him. It's fucking Jack from Jack and Jill.
They're like, oh my God, that's a kid just like us.
Want to be here, and when things are really bad, are they going to push themselves to a new level? Are they willing to go
like, look at his
to a dark
titties, bro.
place?
He could still fucking beat me in a fight.
And strive in that.
For the first time ever, they're letting a civilian like me tag along
He's not
to
a civilian.
experience special.
We did
fuck
a
are the Air Force?
deep dive on him after our video and followed. He like joined the military, then he suddenly stopped, and then just started making military propaganda videos
With access to
Oh, so
everything.
he's just like he's a
Yeah,
psyop
He's
guy.
in-house though. Like he's not getting sponsored. He's just the military.
Yeah. This just feels like gay porn for straight men. No, this is just gay porn for gay men. Jubby literally just said, oh my God, they're so hot. No, this is just gay porn, period.
Special tactics officer selection.
They look like
a
minions.
grueling process, incredibly rigorous, and I don't know what to expect. But after that, I'm then going to have the opportunity to go out real world and experience a mission
And kill some
alongside
people?
the special tactics operators to learn about all the skills and assets that they need to have.
That is so cool.
in
Jumping out
partnership
of the
with
plane.
the U.S. Air Force.
All right, it is 5:54 in the morning.
I hate
always
this.
waking
I
up.
hate this. They're waking up so early. It's just so lame, bro.
Tara
Why
never
can't they?
sleeps.
I hate that.
Didn't you wake up
Like-
at 5 a.m. this morning, Hassan?
It's because I was jet lagged, and not this morning. It was 2 mornings ago. But like, no, I do technically wake up at 6. That's true. I do
He's
wake up.
beating you by 6 minutes.
No, I wasn't even thinking of 5:54. I was thinking of fucking
The
other video that we watched, where they wake up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or some shit.
I'm here at the training complex at Hurlburt Field. I
Hurlburt.
didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know if it was nervous energy or what, but definitely don't know what to expect. The rest of the candidates
Why do
are
Americans
inside
do that
right
so
now, so
much?
we're gonna meet up with them soon. But
They're always warm in their hands.
On the front, you'll do 1 and 3.
Okay.
Just fingers from the bottom of your collar.
5 fingers from the bottom,
Yeah.
1 and 3. The big one on the front
And
of
the
the
big
small
one on the back.
So I think for Sam showing up and going to kind of an ANS and never
That's a
being an
Sharpie.
assessment and selection, I think he's really going to struggle. Because you really have no context for what you're getting into. It's going to be a real big shock to the system. We haven't done this with someone before. Normally they know they're coming here and
I
they
did this as a
want to
kid,
be in an
and I
assessment
wanted to
selection,
decorate my
so
shirts.
It'll be an interesting experience.
All right, I was handed this water bottle, number 13. I've got a rifle, which you're not supposed to let out of sight for
It's
the
not
entire
real.
day.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the candidates are out.
Yeah, it's not real. This is the one time where we're watching someone with a fake rifle in America.
So
I get ready for
un-American.
the PT test. I'm going to join them, and then it's game on.
I really didn't know what to expect. I saw they were all wearing these t-shirts with different numbers, and so I then realized that I had to get my shirt on, so we went to another tent, and that's
It's
where
like
they
I took my shirt off.
He did.
told me that I was going to be number 13. I guess lucky number 13. And the reason they use these numbers is because they don't want to use people's names. It's all based on numbers. So for the next day, I was going to be referred to as number 13.
Day one,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Pigs
real.
make lousy soldiers. Stop using animals to train army doctors. Troop deserves better
Use
dog.
real people.
Yeah.
Use
This is the most vegan thing on the
Yeah, I hate
planet.
that.
We're trying to make the military be more vegan.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what the military does?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one time they're not killing a human. The fuck do you mean?
But also, how many pigs would they use a year? Probably 100 compared to the millions
Yeah,
that are
fucking
killed.
hell.
So,
They
like,
probably
why are
use a
you
lot more
picking
pigs.
that?
Well, it's probably like millions that just get thrown away as food waste in this country. Like,
Yeah.
Weird.
Give them an Iraqi child instead. Why a pig?
Sam is going to experience a PT test, and we're going to roll through the initial physical evaluation of the candidates.
Yeah,
The
they
reason
look like
we do
Australians.
that
Look at the
is
tiny little
really
shorts.
it's an entry exam. We can't have people inside the assessment selection that are not prepared to be there, and that PT test is really just a ticket to get in the door. If you don't make it, you can't make the standards that we have, we will ask you to leave and then come back another time. But that initial PT test is important just for your own safety
PTSD
as a candidate, but also for us to know that, hey, you prepared to come to this and you're not just showing up unprepared.
Now this isn't like any physical fitness test. I was in the Air Force, I did their PT test. I went to the academy, did their version of the PT test. But this was a whole other animal.
This guy's just a PT test enjoyer, dude. Holy shit.
He looks great.
Our goal with Sam is to say, hey, let's get a flavor on everything, push him a little bit, get a real good idea of what that feels like, what it's like to be in this very stressful environment, and you know, get him immersed.
So pull-ups done, sit-ups done, push-ups done. Comes next, the running and the
It'd be
swimming.
so frightening to have this
This is already,
cherub
I'm already
kill
tired,
you.
so.
It'd be like the most terrifying kind of death. This smiling, rosy, beautiful boy. Oh my god.
There's a very unsettling aura to him.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about him that just rubs me the wrong way. I think it's because he's gay. That's what it is.
Yeah. Or straight soldiers.
Oh,
please.
yes, you're right. He does look Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so
My
right.
beautiful boy.
He does.
Everyone
Maybe that's why Carter hates him. Carter's the one who fucking posted this video. And Carter is the most Mormon looking motherfucker out there, even though he's not a Mormon, but grew up around them and just by osmosis became Mormon low key. I thought Carter was Mormon for the longest time.
60 degrees.
What is that in real degrees?
Good morning for a little 3
That's
mile
pretty cold.
jog.
They said
No,
40 was 4 degrees,
For
no?
this, so
50
we'll see. The normal PT
Yeah, his
test
nipples
like
are
on here.
hot.
This is double that.
Cold as.
Curious to see how fast these guys go out though.
That's a lot.
The
Candidate stops anytime during the run. The test
I mean, it's not that much. It's still a pretty significant amount to run, man. I think
considered a failure for the entire test.
If you join like a run club, they're usually doing like 6Ks.
those people are freaks.
Trying to pace myself
Where do you
here.
run club?
They took off fast.
You do a run club?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done it once.
I've done it once, but I did it.
That's crazy.
Home stretch. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
The goal of the week is not to break the candidates. We're going to push them to the limits. We likely will break somebody and at least their spirit.
I hate
We don't
running.
try to break the human being.
I used to hate
themselves, but
running.
We want to test their
But then I
their
started
mettle,
boxing,
their
and I was like, oh, it is a lot
and
nicer
so
when
what
someone's
we're
not
looking to
punching
see
me.
happen is we're going to push you to your threshold, whatever that is. If that's 90% of what you're capable of, and then we're looking for you to go a little bit beyond that.
5K in under 20 minutes is, you know,
That's easy.
pretty decent pace.
I've done 21.
For 5K?
Yeah.
Well, then you wouldn't make the cut.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Show us that, hey, when the chips are down, when lives are on the line, when the mission's on the line, that you're going to drive to the end and be successful and bring your team home and get the job done.
They're all swimming with their clothes on like fat kids. like me when I was younger, thinking I was fooling people by wearing a t-shirt
That
to
was
the
me
pool.
as well. Although in Australia, you have to wear shirts in the pool.
Wait, why?
Like rashies,
Yeah.
because the sun.
Oh.
We then headed into the pool, and this is something I was definitely nervous about because
His
I
face
don't
is
typically
so
train
good. He does that, like,
swimming
kinda, like,
my individual
sideways
workouts. But what they
Yeah,
had us
that's-
doing
that's
is
the most unnerving
1,500
thing.
meters, which that is 60 lengths of the pool, which is crazy. So my goal was to do as much as I could, and I remember jumping in the water, seeing the candidates on my right, really going after it, trying to keep pace with them. But man, it was tough. Before this event, I had pretty much minimal pool training at all. I had done a couple training events back when I was at the Air Force Academy, but that's been several years. I don't train swimming normally. I knew this was going to be a struggle for me, and it definitely was.
American military, when the fuck are the odds against them when the chips are down is psychotic? Yeah. They mean like when they don't have immediate air support to just like laser an entire mountainside and an entire village.
When was the last time like an active duty soldier had to swim somewhere?
Never. Probably missions we don't hear about. But
Yeah.
even then, they're
We're
using
not-
a little submarine. Or
No,
something.
then they're like, no, then they're just like flying in with a Black Hawk and then
Yeah.
it's falling. One of the 3 Black Hawks every time has to fucking explode mid mission.
We got a little bit of a break, gonna get dried off, change, and then we'll see what's next.
I think seals have to swim sometimes. Yeah, like those 2 seals that tripped or slipped and fell off the fucking ladder and died and drowned in the Red Sea.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Dude, yeah, the only time Navy SEALs have to swim is when they're in a fucking osprey because you know that shit's gonna fall. You know that shit is going down. Okay, well, they die anyway, but still.
2 Marines, 1 set of fields, which is these.
Thanks for helping. I know we have your mask and your ropes.
My brother has a Purple Heart from his Black Hawk training, taking a hard landing after being hit by an RPG in Afghanistan. Okay, but that's because like an RPG actually hit it. Most of the time, Black Hawks just drop on their
Did
own.
he swim?
Yeah,
That was the question.
Yeah, but he's not swimming. Osprey is like a 50-50 survival. Yeah.
One crashed in Australia and killed a bunch of US people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan too. Like literally.
What are they doing there?
And in Cyprus.
Like Black Hawks around our country.
Special Warfare Operator, First Class Christopher J. Chambers, 37. Navy Special Warfare Operator, Second Class Nathan Gage Ingram, 27. We're part of a team of SEALs operating from the sea base USS Lewis B. Puller. Wow.
Sorry.
Fucking amateur hour,
sorry.
dude. You know, you got to put your phone in the pocket now.
My phone's on silent, but I
You
don't
got
have
to
any
put your phone in the
friends.
drawer. That they were on a mission to search a doe suspected of carrying Iranian arms to Yemen. The team found what it was looking for, a cache of Iranian anti-ship missile parts, but it came at a cost. One of the men was washed off a boarding ladder by a wave, and the other jumped to save him. After an exhaustive 10-day search, the Navy called off the rescue effort. Yeah,
Holy
like he literally
shit.
fucking slipped. Doe was like a dinghy. He slipped off the fucking ladder, dude. That's crazy. I'm telling you, that's the one time that they were swimming.
Radio pocket, but at the very least it'll rest on top of your stuff. The second belt, don't worry about it.
So whenever
You heard the man.
My cousin's husband was on this team, lol. The fuck?
You said lol.
There's another chatter who said that was like a relative of his. One of the one who jumped in was my family. What the fuck's going on? Why are there so many people who are directly related to these people? What the fuck is happening?
Maybe a lot more people died than what was reported.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, there's this guy.
Was he chill? Yes. And the Navy said, don't talk about it to my grandma. Wait, what?
Only her, though. You're allowed to.
Yeah. Wait, what? Why is your grandma about to chirp about it? What do you mean? Why are you allowed to talk about it? That's crazy. We knew before it was announced.
Oh, damn.
That's fucked.
That would have been a wild way to be like, and my grandma was serving the top of the hour ad break, just like my relative was serving the military.
What?
That's brutal.
I'm sorry. Listen, he's like a 40-month subscriber. He's not seeing the ads. I'm sorry. Maybe he doesn't like his. He said OMG law. Maybe it was a shitty relative. You don't know. Maybe it wasn't a cool one, even though he did. He's not the one who slipped and fell. He's the one who tried to rescue the other guy. So maybe he was a nice guy. He was a good swimmer, though. Republican as fuck. Not good enough, it seems. I'm going to stop.
What's so dumb about all this training, though, is like, they don't need it. You could have the fattest guys in the planes flying the drones, and none of it would matter. Like, that would kill just as many people.
They can't do it. They because they have to like search all of the fucking little dinghies to see if Iran is sending weapons shipments or weapons parts. So they can't do it with just the drones. The real way to do it is by not having any of those guys there at all and be at home and yelling at their fucking wives who may or may not have been cheating on them, instead of having them out in the fucking Red Sea, because there would be no weapon shipments that are harming the international trade interests of the United States of America or the Western world if Israel was not doing a fucking genocide in Gaza, you know. But that's neither here nor there. What? You morons giggling about Navy SEALs dying, fucking losers? Oh my God.
I am a loser. But not for this reason.
My family wants to know why they didn't have GPS locators on them, though. They didn't recover the body.
Fuck.
Yeah. That is interesting. I thought they would have that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your lost chatter. That other chatter is never Googled my name, I think, and has no idea. He's like, anyway, let's continue with this.
Just wait.
So next up is Intro to Calisthenics. In this, we really start to turn up the intensity. Cadre involvement is going to be a lot higher than it was in the PT test. First team on the... We're just assessing that person's PT fitness. Now we're going to start to assess their grit. Like, hey, when people are in your face, can you hang on? How are you going to...
R5. Pull up reverse pyramid. So by
That's gay as hell.
in the morning, one of the candidates had actually dropped out. So we had 12, meaning 2 even groups of 6 and 6. Now, because they were even groups, that meant when I was going to...
You should be more respectful of those that serve. My girlfriend's husband is deployed right now. Oh, no. Thank you for your service, chatter.
The pull-ups and push-ups, my reps counted as well. And the cadre were treating
Don't talk about fucking the brave troops' wives, okay? That's really... It's not funny.
He's going to hear it on stream and come back.
Keep up 1-3. Get over the bar.
I actually can't feel my arm.
You pissed. Not even for the Navy challenge.
Cadre are all operators that have deployment experience, that have been in the career field for a while, and they know what it takes to go down range. Many of them have some sort of valor award at this point, you know, maybe a Silver Star or a Bronze Star, and, you know, they've been in legitimate combat. And so having that perspective.
Love to hear the boys' thoughts on this. Husband lets black guy pound his wife.
You won't believe it.
This is the chaotic Darman.
Wait, this is Darman.
It is Darman, but chaotic.
It's a military-based one?
No.
It's just cuck videos.
Yeah, it's just a cuck video, I think.
Perspective really gives us the ability to say, hey, I know exactly what it takes to do missions downrange, and I know the type of
gritty.
We need to be in that environment. And so they're the right people to make those assessments and judgment calls.
This was us this morning.
That bar was so rough, man. I just haven't done that many pull-ups. I got blisters on the hands. You start feeling it, man.
Yucky.
Everyone's probably feeling it right now.
We just finished up Intro to Calisthenics. I am completely beat. I think pretty much everyone here is too. Sounds like we might have a little break, and then we'll see what's next.
His hair still looks amazing.
There's no putting your head, get your mask off your forehead. There's no putting your head on my pool deck. That will only result in more flutter kicks. Do you understand?
Amazon drivers work harder than these guys. Oh, 100%. Also, doing something infinitely, more important and useful. That's the worst part about this entire process for these guys is that like their output is just negative across the board. Sure, we talk about how like, oh, they're defending. I mean, not we, but like people talk about how they're like defending American freedom of speech at home and abroad or whatever. But like ultimately, all they're doing is basically shit that you can manage through diplomacy and never have to like deploy and fucking die slipping off of a goddamn ladder in the middle of the Red Sea at all on an Iranian dinghy. Defending it from who knows? Someone's always out there being like, I hate Americans and their free speech. I wish.
If only they didn't have an army, I could stop them from exercising that democratic right.
I want to cancel them. That's what Osama wanted too. He wanted to cancel the Twin Towers. He wanted to do cancel culture.
Get in the flutter kick position. That doesn't mean just hang out with your feet.
Why is he so angry? Just ask them nicely.
No, this is it gets in their head,
we're going to go through what we call flooded mask, flutter kicks, which is for people that
we need security for our logistic companies. Yeah, that's the funniest part. That like the American operation, the operation, I forget what it was called, against Yemen, literally was $1 billion fucking dollars. It was $1 billion, and they failed, so they had to stop it. A bunch of dudes who had Operation Prosperity Guardian. Yeah, they spent $1 billion fucking dollars. Every time I see those TikTok videos of like the dollar value assigned to each individual bullet, including the fucking tracers that are like also $3,000 for some goddamn weird reason on the Navy. Every time I see that, I just like lose my mind. They lost to a bunch of dudes wearing sandals that are getting like weapon shipments delivered to them through dinghies from Iran because their fucking their anti-ship missiles cost like $3,000. The American ones cost like $50,000 on the cheap end. So stupid.
I've never done it. It is probably one of the worst things you're going to experience.
And this is a crazy feeling because the water rushes in your nose.
Oh,
and
your
goes down
nose is in
throat.
there.
You're getting screamed at the entire time.
No,
and I was literally
else
doing
is
everything I
separate.
could not to throw up,
Oh, you got a
not to
shit
start
master.
gagging and choking.
Find the water.
Water is a way to simulate stress that really nothing else matches. And so when we look at like, how do I simulate combat stress? How do I test somebody's mental?
This is the game I play.
We have candidates tie their feet and hands together, hands behind their back, and then we're going to have them jump in the pool and conduct a series of bobs where they sink to the bottom, push off, and not take a breath, and they do that a number of times before they
We're
travel.
gonna put that in the
and
React.
do flips. There's a whole bunch of different things. The idea is like, hey, can you deal with the stress of this? Can you stay calm during the bobbing process?
The water temperature was also something I was not expecting. I mean, it was cold, and because you're doing so much in the pool for such a long amount of time, I'm shivering. I was shivering, the other candidates were shivering, but that's just another challenge you have to add on top of all the other stress that's being thrown at you.
The attrition rate, I'd say throughout the entirety of the pipeline to your process, I'd say there's about an 80% attrition rate. It can vary a little bit, but if I were to historically look at it, I would say that would stand pretty true. So 80 out of 100 people can't make it through this training.
All right, can you take her out, P?
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
We're here to perform. Get some put out. We're doing these things for a reason. Everything has a purpose to it. It's not just to make it hard, right? It's a demonstration of how well you prepare. It's a demonstration of how well can you handle stress and think under stress. There's a lot of different things we're assessing, right? I need the best version of you to come out. If it isn't, I mean, you can make it through all day, that's fine. It doesn't mean you're gonna come out. Don't think that that's all this is, all right? You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, Shogun, it's not a real
down
gun.
to 8. So you're eating, drinking, and
Why are you pointing at your dick?
This is how Americans hold guns.
Yeah. We're going to do checking for pulmonary edema, signs and symptoms of hypoxia. So right now we're going to make sure your oxygen levels.
Oh, and then they do a rock march. Then there's a beat session. Making the team support thing. Okay, I'm bored.
This is the same thing though. Like,
I'm bored.
Why not just show the cool shit? Like, can we see if they jump out of the fucking the plane?
Give them a taste of what it's like to really be one. We're going to take them out, do a mission similar to what we might do downrange, whether it's personnel recovery behind enemy lines, our global access mission, or a precision strike.
They look like such fucking nerds. I mean, they're jacked and stuff, but it's all of these dudes should be, doing something good, okay, instead of doing something bad. All right, that's my take. That's my controversial take.
Imagine having like ripped garbage men. It'd be so sick.
Yeah, like they should be, like they should be fucking filling potholes, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Imagine having hot guys filling potholes.
Yeah, get these goddamn hot guys to start filling potholes now. Like it just pisses me off. Be a streamer, make a difference. Yeah, be a streamer. Nah, there's enough of them. But like even that, I mean, I don't care. There's plenty of fucking vets that are streamers now. Some of them I
play
like.
computer games where you fake kill people instead of actually killing people.
Yeah,
right?
even that's better.
He's gonna apply tourniquets.
They're not jumping out of an aircraft.
Man, who brought me to a safe room to assess my injuries. They actually cut a little bit of my uniform off my leg so they could get better access
What
to
happened
it.
to him?
Applied a tourniquet, and
it's
then
like a
we
pretend
were just
injury.
waiting on the special operations surgical team to be handed off to do what they do best.
Just has to undergo a surgery.
I got a gunshot wound to the chest seal applied.
Lift up your airways, Peyton.
Special Operations Surgical Team, or SOS, is a 6-person team that is responsible for DCR and DCS. DCR stands.
Boring. They should all be like 6'7" or something. What will these short dudes on 5'5"? I don't want some 6-foot tall dork doing these missions. I want purebred American monster warriors.
So they can fit in the tunnels and kill the kids, like you said.
Yeah, they're going to the places only kids can go to. Size for that.